Okay, that's the best I can do. It's gonna chop off half of my hair. So, bendiciones, welcome back to my channel. It has been quite some time since your girl has come back. I'll be posting videos and I'll be deleting them. Hold on, let me wipe y'all clean. I'll be posting videos and I'll be deleting them because to keep it totally transparent, I have been feeling uninspired lately. Like, really. Let's get comfortable. Let's get into it. Now, I know what y'all thinking. Oh, she turned off the comments. I didn't want to get distracted. I needed to really just articulate how I feel and express everything, you know, and just, I didn't want to be distracted with the comments. It was just a little cute conversation between me and you today. So, I don't know. You guys have seen the shift. It's been quite dramatic. I went from posting 10,000 videos every single day. And in the beginning with the camper, I was posting mad videos on YouTube. I was going live on YouTube every single time. Every single day. I went from TikTok to YouTube to Instagram, and it was my life. It took up most of my life. It has taken up all of my life. I have committed to documenting every single step of the way. I've showed the good, the bad, and the ugly. I've cried so many times. Like, I'm like, yo, no more crying. Like, I'm done with that, you know? But I feel like as I've progressed and as I'm continuing to experience life and as I am navigating this new chapter of my life, I'm sitting here like, yo, I have to move really smartly, like strategically. I cannot be like a little chicken flailing around the yard with its head cut off. I have to really put my head back on properly and get my priorities straight and really just conquer and overcome this and make all of my dreams, my ambitions, and my goals, all the things I've been wanting and hoping for, really make that come into fruition and still keep it with a raw and real twist. I have been thinking about how I wanted to restructure my other social media platforms and sort of redefining what I want to say and be able to play the game in a way, but still keep it raw and real. And it's been hard to try to find that healthy medium of also keeping things private as they develop and allowing me to sort of experience life free from the expectation of posting and being totally transparent about everything. I think that because that's the name and the direction that I went, and my social media started off in many iterations, and we've had many different names that I've had to go under, but the core of YouTube has been totally transparent. And I think that what I feel like has been translating as me pulling back and experiencing life on my own and dealing with it before opening up and crying on camera, because I was always so reactive. You guys caught me right in the moment as I was going through things because I was posting so consistently. And I was posting like second to second, minute to minute videos. So you guys were seeing so much. And now that I'm taking a step back and I'm experiencing life on my own and then coming to camera when I've sort of collected myself, I feel like it's reading like I'm not being totally transparent, but I have to learn from my mistakes because I am tired of feeling like that little girl who has no home to go to. Like, I am 32 years old, and yes, it's not about the age, but at some point I really have to have a come to self moment and say, You have a following. You have people that believe in you. You have achieved accolades. You've gotten on Fenty Skin PR lists. You're on their radar. How do you now make it and take it to the next level? How do you show not only yourself but everybody else that you can really transform your life and make the impossible possible and live your dream? I committed to myself in going through this journey. I have made many promises to myself in the nights that I spent in the truck. I think that I don't give myself enough credit. I am my worst critic. And I tend to forget that I was living in my truck. And when I was going through the stuff in the room, I still felt like I was living in my truck, but I guess I felt comfortable knowing that I had a space where there were some of my things. So that was enough for me. It was a victory, and I was trying to keep it as a victory. But I told myself in those nights that I spent in the truck, scared, asustada, like, mind you, I have no tints on my window, but I'm just living in my truck with all my in the back, all open out to the elements. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really did that thing. You know, the camper was supposed to be the fix to all of it, and that did not happen. And oh my God, forget about it. To this day, people still ask me about that camper, and I'm like, okay, I documented all of that on TikTok, but of course, all that footage is gone. But that was the biggest disappointment. People tend to forget how depressed I got after the camper didn't work out, when the roof caved in, when it developed that water bubble. And basically, the camper had experienced so much water damage that it would have had to be completely gutted after I had put in all that work. So that was a major loss for me, and I felt like that was the complete disappointment, and I felt like I disappointed the House of Realness with that. Like, everybody rallied with me to make this camper happen, and the camper was supposed to be the answer, and when the camper did not work out, it was like, what happened to the camper? And I'm like, this, you guys were with me, I saw it, what happened? I said it. Like, you know, like, I don't have it just sitting in the backyard. Like, it's gone. The camper's gone. And I've had to live with that ever since. And every single sort of mishap or bump in the road, because I've been so open and public and vocal with it, I've shared the good, the bad, the ugly. And that's what people connected to. I think that the House of Realness at our core, the reason why it has been what it is because people have rallied with me and have seen that they're like, okay, this girl is really just out here doing it. Like, I sometimes be waking up and I'm like, yo, I am living in California, fighting for my life, going up against the odds in a city where everybody comes here with wishing, hoping, and wants. And only 1% gets through the door. I am asking to be the Cardi B of the social media industry, to be the Cinderella, to be the Tiffany Haddish, to be the girl that everybody counted out. And then now they're like, yo, this Bougetto Elegante girl rocking her freaking Coach bag that was gifted to her, rocking rainbows, is still coming in here and stealing the spotlight. And I can compete with anybody that's wearing Chanel, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, freaking Versace, all that. Because, you know, you have to really believe in yourself. And I'm out here and I'm like, yo, I'm still in the truck. I'm still, let that sit in. The truck that should not have made it, and I still am confused. Like, when I say Ford, sponsor me. The Ford pickup truck, the Ford F-150 that has so many miles, that has so many things going wrong with it. Still, this truck is kicking and screaming. I should not have made it here. I should not, 3 days nonstop. Like, I should not have made it here. And before that, I was living in the truck before that, in the midst of the pandemic. I was living in the truck in the beginning of the pandemic. I was living it in the midst of the pandemic. Like, I have been fighting for my life for the past 2.5 years. And I'm like, still having to climb. And I hope that this is a living, breathing testament that life never stops. And when you think that you're almost to the top, ha, bitch, you peek your head through the clouds and there's more to go. But that don't mean that you stop. What? You made it all the way up there, what you gonna stop? So that's why, I don't know if you guys remember, but in South Kakalaki, I went to a waterfall. That waterfall was for expert hikers. I should not have been able to achieve that hike to make it to that waterfall. And every single time I was like, oh, I want to give up. 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 I was like, but I made it all the way to the top. Like, I'm so close. Why would I give up now? It's just a little more. And then when I finally made it to the waterfall and I felt the breeze, when I felt that cool, crisp air, when I felt a little pocket of nirvana here on earth, and I felt that icy, cool mist that came from the freaking pounding waters on those pristine rocks that have sat there for generations. I sat with the inner clarity of like, how many people are going to get to experience something this beautiful? The fact that I didn't give up. I am now able to experience this beautiful waterfall. I am now able to know the sensation of that cool air just hitting your skin and feeling the exhilaration of knowing that you made it to the top. I've come too far and I fought too hard. And I think that right now, currently, I'm going through another cocoon moment, like a butterfly. I'm in a chrysalis and I am needing to have a moment to sit with myself, figure my life out in the midst of also figuring out how to make this time on camera make sense. There's people that are able to live in penthouse, travel the world, and experience life at a different capacity, doing the same thing that I'm doing, and they figured it out somehow. Whether it was a viral video or hard work, there's a way to make it click, there's a way to make it happen, because your girl got monetized and we did it together. It was with the House of Realness. It was with you guys. Me going on TikTok in the beginning with Totally Transparent on TikTok saying, oh my God, guys, I need this many watch hours, this many this. And how many of you followers will hit me up on Instagram and say, girl, I have you playing in the background as I sleep because I want you to get those numbers. I don't forget that. Like, I literally feel like you guys are like the little mouse and the little birds with Cinderella. You guys are really like my fairy bombas. And you're like, Cinderella, it don't matter how many times that evil stepmother rips your fucking dress. It don't matter how many times shit happens. You guys always uplift me. You guys always lift me up. And it's like, yo no me puedo quejar. I cannot sit here and flex or be ungrateful. I have been able to experience the most interactive collective of human beings coming together and just following me and watching me. And then, even if you haven't commented or have commented, the fact that y'all sit with me is sort of like this surreal experience that I'm like, yo, I can't believe that in the midst of everything being so real, and yo tengo la cosa empacada, like I have everything in bags, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm living out of a suitcase that was gifted to me from a House of Realness member, you know? I'm doing makeup tutorials on TikTok, but all my stuff is still in a box, you know? Like, at any moment, I might have to take these things, put them in the truck, and go to a new location and juggle, you know? That's the reality of couch surfing. That's the reality of being here and there. And I know that during this process, I'm going to have my highs and lows, and I never want to speak in a moment of intense frustration, because words are powerful, and speak negativity. I'm tired of that narrative of I don't have, I can't, it's impossible. I'm tired of that narrative. So I think that the taking a step back is not me not being totally transparent. It's me taking a time to say, breathe, absorb, process, and realize that what I'm feeling in those moments of extreme anxiety. Let's talk about an example. I don't know about you, but I wake up in the morning and I'm like this. First of all, it starts off like this. This is how it starts off for me. I don't know about you, but this is how it starts off for me. I lay down and I'm like this. Wow. Like, I'm really just trusting my body and all my organs and the blood to just do what it's supposed to do in the middle of the night. I just trust that my lungs are going to continue to breathe through the night, and I'm not going to stop breathing in the night. I'm just going to trust that when I close my eyes and go to bed, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to be alive. So that's what I go to bed thinking. I'm like this, oh my God, I got to trust my body while I sleep. I got to trust everything. I got to believe that I'm going to wake up and be okay. Ooh, that's anxiety. Anxiety. So now I'm going to bed all worried and sick, and I'm like this. But if I stay up, that means I'm going to be up and I'm going to know that I'm alive. But if I go to sleep, I got to take a risk that I might not wake up. And I'm like, why am I thinking these thoughts? Why am I thinking these thoughts? Like, why am I having these thoughts? If you agree with me, please give me a thumbs up. Please give me a thumbs up if you've ever had that thought and you're like, oh my God, I'm just taking a big gamble. Life is just one big gamble, one big game of roulette, and we just playing it every single day, whether we choose to play it or not. Oh, she lost a thumbs up. Nobody agrees with me. Oh, she got it right back. They're like, you know what? I changed my mind. You do make sense. Oh, she got another one. Okay. Y'all feeling what I'm putting out. Oh, this passion fruit soda is so good. So I go to bed with that thought, and then I wake up in the morning and I'm like this. Oh my God. I'm alive. Thank you. Thank you, God. I'm alive. Thank you. Am I alive? And then I gotta wake up and go through the routine, and then I go to work and I sit at work and I look at the same wall and I'm like this. I feel like I'm just living the same day over and over again. I'm stuck in this routine. And the only thing that sort of snaps me out of the routine is the reality. Like when I gotta sit here and be like, okay, so I gotta get ready. And then I gotta dig in the bag, the little Barney bag. And I'm like this. Oh my God. I have everything so like, it's just so much stuff. Like, what's going on? And then I look at it and I'm like, I had some of this stuff in the bathroom. I don't have a bathroom. And then I sit with the reality and I'm like, oh, I got to figure out how I'm going to make enough money, how I'm going to afford my own place, how I'm going to make it all happen. How? So what I do is, in my suitcases and all my bags, I put random letters that you guys give me. So that when I start to feel anxiety, I have something in there and I'm like this, okay, espérate. And then I read it. So this one particularly, standing tall, walking proud, living happy, living loud. Love it. And then just a part of the words, a part of the letter. You are special, you are strength, you are unique, you are wise, you are deserving of love, you are smart, you are New York, you are beautiful, you are spirit, you are the embodiment of divine favor. So when I'm sitting with the reality and it feels intense and I start to feel that anxiety build up and I start to feel like I'm failing at life. I don't know what I'm doing, how I'm going to make it happen. California is so expensive. How did I expect to make this happen? What am I going to do? I can't believe I'm doing this. How am I going to make it happen? And I start to freak the out. I'm able to have these moments and then come back and say, wow, there's people that believe in me, that follow me, that support me, that love me, that have never left me completely by myself. That no matter what time I went live, whether it was 8 people or 158 people, there was somebody that answered the call. There was somebody that answered the call. And even though you guys couldn't physically do anything for me, it felt good. And it felt great to be able to have that. So I appreciate you guys. I think I'm just tired of disappointing y'all. I feel like I'm disappointing not myself. Like, it's like I should have, like, why haven't my TikTok picked up? Why haven't I been invited to these events? Why haven't I been given that opportunity? I watch so many other people living the life that I'm gonna be living. It's just that my journey and my process is different. And I'm having to learn how to fall in love with the process and trust the process and just continue to move forward. And even though I can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, have to believe that I've gone so far and I haven't hit a wall. I haven't completely hit a wall that has completely stopped me. I'm continuing to push forward. So the light is coming, and it's going to be cute. And I'm going to sit here in a different level, and I'm going to look back at these videos and I'm going to be like, yo, bitch. Wow. Remember? And I'm going to be like, yes, bitch, I remember. I still got that Coach bag in my closet. If you look at my YouTube video with my closet tour, you will see that I spoke about that bag and all the bags that the House of Ronas gave me, because I'm going to get a sponsorship from Coach. Mark my words. Stamp this video, time stamp it, manifest it, continue to push it forward. But watch. I'm going to be in a Coach campaign, and I'm going to be in a little Coach commercial for the Pride collection. Let's be specific. It's going to be the Pride collection. And I'm going to talk about my experience and just why I love Coach or whatever, something. But there's going to be a moment where I'm going to be in front of a screen and I'm going to talk about Coach, and it's going to be a Coach collab, and it's going to be a thing, and I'm going to be a Coach ambassador, and I'm going to be in photo shoots for Coach, and I'm going to be walking down the runway, and I'm going to make the impossible possible. So timestamp it, manifest it. Let's go ahead and speak it into the water. We are manifesting and we are speaking into existence nothing but abundance, nothing but endless opportunities, nothing but the light at the end of the tunnel, baby. That moment where we make it all come true, that Cinderella moment where I can walk up to the scene and step up to the carpet and see things that I saw from the background of my phone, and really be in those spaces, and to sit there and have that moment and feel like Cinderella, and to have accomplished that and then some, and then some, and then some. Hello, Coach. Hello, Rainbows. Hello, Fenty. Hello. I'm going to be in Amazon walking the Savage X Fenty runway. Cute. Cute. Down to the last drop. So with all that being said, just bear with me while I figure out life. I need to schedule everything and be more consistent. I realized when I went live on Instagram, and I know Maya's probably too young to be watching this, but Maya, I have not forgotten about that makeup video. I still gotta edit that on TikTok. Shouting you out, girl. Maya is 6 years old, and she was on my Instagram live. And the one thing that her grandmother said was that I haven't been posting a lot lately. And that stuck with me because I was like, people actually enjoy spending time with me. The lives aren't just me going live for no reason and talking to myself. No, I'm going live and people actually want to see me. They like spending time with me. They miss spending time with me. And that was truly a humbling moment to see a little 6-year old talk about Fenty skin. And that was very cute. And I was like, if the one thing I can teach anybody out of this whole experience is that it's bigger than Fenty skin, it's bigger than Fenty beauty, it's bigger than all of this. I want you to see that it could have been anything. It could have been Evian. I could have wanted a sponsorship with Evian. Fenty is just a stepping stone, a physical manifestation of being able to say, I went from dreaming it to believing it to living it. To have that moment where I go from being that girl that saw Savage X Fenty on the screen and then had Fenty Skin come out and then Fenty Beauty come out and all of that come out and me falling in love with everything and hoping and wishing. And I'm like, wouldn't it be cute if I was an ambassador? Wouldn't it be cute if I was doing tutorials? Wouldn't it be cute if I was getting paid to do commercials? Wouldn't it be cute if I was walking down the runway to actually doing it and saying, wow, I did it, And I listened to like Lil Nas X and Lizzo and so many other people, Tiffany Haddish. I listened to those people talk about the moment for them, that moment where they achieved what they wanted to achieve and it got to experience that physical manifestation and sit with that and say, I'm going to make that happen for me. I'm going to have that moment for life. Like I'm going to have that Cinderella moment. It's going to happen. Because I'm not giving it any other choice or any other option. Yeah. So just give me some time to figure things out, to try new things, be patient with me. I'm trying to figure out how to really monetize properly on this and really make this work. Other people are doing it and they're supporting themselves with doing the same that I'm doing. And if I'm already doing it, then why not figure out how to get paid to do it? Because other people are doing exactly just that. And they make this their full-time career and they're able to, look at Michaela on TikTok, 23. And in 2 years, 12 million followers, has had so many opportunities and her life completely changed. I've been going through this for 2 years, so, well, who's to say that it can't happen for me? She didn't give up. She continued. And look where it got her. So I think that no matter what, with just hard work and persistency and really believing in yourself, you can make anything happen. And you have to let go of the when it's going to happen. Because when you focus so much on the when it's going to happen, then you're not going to enjoy the process. And you have to fall in love with the process because it's going to make it, when you finally get it, it's going to make that moment 10 times richer because you're going to remember. I'm going to remember all that. I've documented all of it. I've documented me doing a freaking Savage X Fenty try-on haul, my very first one. I will never forget that. That's going to be something that if I'm on Amazon, change your language. When I'm on Amazon and I'm in the background and they're doing my makeup and they're like, so how do you feel? I'm going to be like, let me tell you something. Hold on. Let me tell you something. I remember when I fucking did my first Savage X Fenty try-on haul. I was living in my truck in a freaking parking garage in downtown LA, and with the lights of my truck and a tripod, I did a try-on haul while there were cars driving past to park. And I am here. And it's going to be that much greater because it means that much more to me because I worked that much harder for it. And I don't look at that memory and say, wow, that's so sad. I look at it and say, wow, how strong I am. Like, hello, power of a woman. Have you met she? Have you met me? She is that BITCH. And put boss in front of it. She is that girl. So, I'm not focusing on the when. What I'm going to focus on is just enjoying the process and finding the joy in this again. I think that I got too wrapped to bring it all back because, you know, we talking, we having a cute little kiki. It's been a while. You know, I'm good for a good hour video. But to bring it all back, I think that I got so wrapped up with, like, the only way you really make money is if you get these numbers. And the only way you really get companies to really take you seriously is if you get these numbers. How do I get these numbers? How do I get the interaction? How do I get people to actually care? How do I get people to actually comment? Because that really matters. How do I make it all make sense so that it can happen for me? And I was like, ah. And it lost its joy a bit because I felt like I kept on letting y'all down. But I'm growing and I'm going through changes and, you know, I'm still kicking, breathing, and thriving. Are we going to get it together? Because I said I'm going to be in my own place. And I'm going to make that happen for me. Oh, my God. I think about it. I think about putting my name on a lease and buying actual space. Imagine going from living in my truck, couch surfing, to purchasing my own loft. Because when the big chunk of money comes, I'm not going to pay rent. I'm going to just purchase something because it always appreciates in value. I am going to be a property owner. I'm going to own something. Hello, cute loft apartment, kitchen, 6 range burners, a pot filler. I'm going to have 2 full baths just in case. You know what I'm saying? Because I like 2 baths. 1.5 baths minimum. 1.5 baths. But I feel like the half bath is rarely ever used. And I feel like the half baths feel more like a closet than a bathroom. So I want 2 full baths. That's how I see it. Oh my God, just cute. Exposed brick beams. Tall windows, panelings with an arch inside of the... it's going to be cute. It's going to be cute. I'm excited. Completely excited. I'm going to hang fucking crystals on the wall on invisible string in different lengths. So that when you look up in the sky and the light hits all the crystals, you're just illuminated with constant cascading rainbows. And you're like, yo, how many crystals are up on that ceiling? And I'm going to be like this. It's 1,500, 25,600 crystals. 525,000 crystals up there. And they shining and they shine bright and they look like tiny rainbows. 525,600 crystals. 525,000 crystals up there. Talk about shine. Talk about shine. I'm excited. I cannot wait. I want copper pots because I want it to be aesthetically pleasing. I want copper pots. I want a green kitchen. I want actual ivy growing on my freaking wall in the kitchen. I want to be able to spray my wall because it's growing. It's going to be exciting. I'm excited already. I'm getting excited. It's just a matter of time. So yeah. With that being said, I'm going to end it here because I feel like you guys are not, like I'm losing people. So maybe the vibe is off. So I'm going to go do a vibe check on Instagram and see how y'all feeling me. So if you're here, come over to my Instagram so we can talk, because the comments are going to be on. So until next time, like and subscribe. Let me know how you feel about this video in the comments. What do you want to see from me here on YouTube? Give me some inspiration. Help a girl out. I don't know. The skin is just looking so cute. I'm sorry. I was just blinded by it. But yeah, help a girl out. Let me know what's up. Let me know what you want. I love you guys. Until next time, my fairy bombas, my ride or dies, my OGs, my house of realness. I love y'all. And she's making a cute little comeback. And she's going to be better than ever. Just give me some time to figure some things out and recuperate. Have a little chrysalis moment. I got this. One step at a time. I love y'all.